Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us to our Monday evening connection through the wisdom of Kabbalah. Thank you for being here in the room as well, and on our friends from the Zoom. And we have a tremendous opportunity as well this week. And like we shared, we didn't have a class last week, but we shared a few ideas. But after what we call the holiday of Shavuot, we had 7 weeks from Passover to Shavuot. 7 weeks that we restructure, rebuild our vessel. And now, until what we call the 17 days of the month of Cancer, there's a period of time that you have to think about this idea, okay? This is the energy that's available. Manifesting. Anybody don't like to manifest things in their life? Anyone who says, I don't want to manifest anything, right? No, we all want manifestation. So it's very beautiful to know that time is equipped and ready and wants you to manifest. Like tremendous manifestation that wants to be actually happening in these next few weeks. 4 or 5 weeks of manifestation. What a great gift, right? Now, I'm going to give you 3 words that the concept is around these 3 words that represent the work that we need to do, right? Manifestation is the first one, which we all want. Second one is process. Third one is stability. Okay? These are the 3 words we're going to discuss this week. Why? I'll explain to you how it's related to the weekly energy, how this reality is restructured for us to manifest big time. If it's small, you don't need this time. But if it's big manifestation, like unreal, this is this time. Now, we know that we all want manifestation. There's not a person in this world that is free from the desire to manifest. Everybody wants it. But how can I manifest? That's what people are looking for. To manifest without a process. How great it is. Boom! Right there. Relationship, boom. Money, boom. Solution, boom. All of us. Right? All of us. Process. I just say the word process, everybody, again, another process, right? Or some people, and most of us, by the way, most of us, if I tell you to start, let's say, for example, to manifest relationship, one will say, I start I'm in the process, right? Or sometime you have an idea, right? You want to manifest an idea, right? What's happening? We are so thrilled to start the process of the opening the business. I can't wait to start the process. I tell people, come study Kabbalah. They sign up for level 1 Kabbalah, and then a week or 2 until it starts, and say, I can't wait, Benjamin, to start the process of studying Kabbalah. A lot of us, when it comes to manifest something, we love it. And even we're okay going into a process. Now, because we all enjoy the beginning of the process, because it feels like we're doing something. It feels like we awaken something. It feels like we're going somewhere, right? Now, the only way one will understand the process is if that person is stable, spiritual person. Stability is the key. But I will help you understand that in this way. When do we enjoy the process? In the beginning, or when we see the end, right? In the middle of the process, when we're not in the spotlights and we are not that shiny and it's not that easy process, right? Most of us are like, I think I'm get tired of this process. I think it's enough from this process, right? Or most of us are in the process, and then it's getting too long, and then somebody offered me another opportunity. Yeah, we're in the process of getting investors, but meanwhile, I'm working for this vegetable company. What's the connection to technology that you're doing? No, I'm in the process of building a technology company, but in the meanwhile, right? Because I don't see results over here in that process, so I'm gonna be here. Or I'm in a process of building myself a vessel for a relationship, a real relationship. But meanwhile, I'm hanging out with these and these people, right? I'm in the process, but it takes long and nothing happening. Meanwhile, I'm enjoying that, right? When I don't see something in the distance happening, the process feels like way far from what I anticipate in the beginning. Sometimes the process feels like an endless process. It feels like never-ending process with you guys. Never-ending process of getting these things done. You know? Sometimes how many people? I mean, for those of you, try to build a website or an app. Right? By the time you start the process, the technology already changed it 3 times. And now the company, the people who started the process with you are no longer valid because they are working on the old technology. Now there's a new technology and it's much faster, so you need to rebuild all your website. Oh, you need to put pictures. Oh, it's another process for the website, you know? And a lot of people losing money. A lot of money being poured into that process, right? And eventually, a lot of us, either stop in the middle or quit, or, you know what, at least let's do something. It's not the perfect, but how long can we stay in the process? Or sometimes I see shiny objects over there. It takes my attention from my process, right? Or if it seems like it's not going to happen to me, okay, I'm going to stop. I'm willing to do the process if they're going to promise me that in the end of the process, that's what I'm going to do. Let's say if I tell you, okay, come to 10-week session in Kabbalah, and in the end of the 10 weeks process, you're going to be a billionaire, you're going to have the best soulmate, and you're going to have muscles, and no fat in your body, and you're going to be super smart. Who will say no for 10 weeks? You tell them, okay, you know what? Take those pills for 60 days. In the end of those 60 days, yes, if you tell me time frame, 30 days, 10 weeks, when it comes let's say some of us who are a little bit, older age, okay? Not teenagers, Anyone here want to start the process of college again? Searching for college? Traveling with your parents to see the dorms in different college, right now in your age, right? It's like, oh no, I can't even see myself doing it, right? But it's like that, some people in life, sometimes they have difficulty seeing it because we have different limitations. So when we are limited individuals, any process will seem like very unnecessary. Unnecessary. No, I don't want to do it. It's too long for me. One thing we should come out today. The goal of creating, generating, or being, the goal should be the process, not the manifestation. The goal should be to be in a process. So what? Never manifesting? No. Endless process and endless manifestation. This is the goal that we're looking for. Because, if you know, how, look today in the supermarket. Look at products. Go to Amazon or whatever, any website will sell products. See the amount of product that people are coming up with. You will say tomorrow, everything is already invented. There's nothing new that can be invented. Every services, all different companies, there is from everything. And you will say there's nothing else to be created. Absolutely. In that moment, you said there is a very limited, small God who controls this world. God with ego who gives those people. No. If you understand the light, if you understand that creator, that godly energy, there is endless product, endless clients, endless money, endless fulfillment. But there are no people who are willing to be in an endless process. Sometimes most of us you call it quote unquote lucky. Oh, it was manifest. I was just thinking about it and it manifests. You think that is lucky. You think that I was in the right place in the right time. That's why it manifests that fast. No. It's not this way. Because sometimes it was manifest that quick. And later on the process of earning that, of being connected to that product or whatever you manifest, right? You're going to do it after. You're going to be after in the process. So don't cut up yourself in the place that manifestation, my thought, boom, I wake up in the morning, it's there. Yes, it's happening, and that's exactly what we're talking about. But it's most of us doing it because we don't want process. What is process? Let me go into it a little bit more, because if the goal is the process, what is the goal in the process? Let's understand it more. If the goal is the process, what is the process? I share with you the third word, stability. Every manifestation has to be channeled to the right, stable, solid ground. If you are a quicksand and I put on you a building, is no time that building, no matter how many stories that building is sunk in, it's never going to be revealed in this world. If the Creator wants to manifest through human revelations, fulfillment, abundance, but those humans are almost like fragile, right? It's like when you have a glass house, right? How much can you put on the glass? You can put a piano because the glass will break. You can put a big refrigerator or whatever it is, machinery, because the ground is not solid, is not strong, is not stable. So for those of us who are interested in manifesting countless things in their life, not just like one secret or one revelation. Some people have one awakening in their life and they sleep the rest of their life. Some people working, manifesting until the age of 60, and then they retire, they call it retirement, and then boom, gone. No manifest, nothing. You have to understand, it's not about the moment that you actually manifest, is realizing that I want to be in countless, endless manifestation. And for that, I want to be in endless process. Think about even your body. Is your body keep in a process all the time. You know how much your stomach process food every year? I don't even know the gigantic number of few tons of food. You know, it's like a big warehouse that your stomach shrank and digest and use and process in a year long. Okay, just to imagine that, you know. Our body, in a process of growth and transformation, your skin changes, right? The line of your face, of your hands, everything changes, right? It keeps evolving, it keeps growing, it keeps upgrading. If you see this world, technology upgrades, human interaction upgrades, many things upgrades, but process and people, they don't want that. No, I want like AI right now, the information. Can I be like a ChatGPT? I want my soulmate. 1 second, I'm sending a message, finding you, creating an illusionary soulmate, right? A fake, a deep fake, right? Easy, I can make it for you, no problem. Do you want that? Right? Do you want some people, maybe some people around the world will say, yeah, I'm okay with that, I hope not. So, for the sake of manifestation endlessly, what you want to meditate today, this week, of course, is building stability, spiritual stability. What does it mean? Most of us are not consistent in our spiritual work. Most of us are working, again, I'm talking about in general, is inconsistent or sporadic or when needed. Somebody called me, said there's a problem, Benjamin, court issue, this and that, what should I do? I says, okay, take this, meditate on that, do this, do that, boom, court case is gone. I called the person, where are you? He says, no, it's good, everything is good, the case is gone, it's dismissed. I says, what, that's it? He said, yeah, okay, so come to class. Why do I need it? I already solved the problem, right? So people think that they get some spiritual work and they solve or eliminate or manifest something, and then it's gone. Please change your consciousness about it. Please understand that there are, you know how many of us, sometimes we're building a business or we're looking for investors. There's a big investor on the way to you. There's a big client want to be part of your business. You should know that. It's on the way. But it's only depend if they come to you, if you really create stability in your process until they coming. Because if you're going to meet that big investor, you need to be able to be stable, to know what you're talking about, to know to know how to present, right? Same idea. If you want manifestation in an endless way, be in endless process of building stability. That's it. I'm telling you, what I just told you is a solution, the simplest solution to the world chaos. Because it's no longer about manipulating to get what I want in a faster way, or they will give me, so I'll go there and they will give me what I want. My process, my stability, will force the Creator to load on me because I'm stable, because I'm able to handle this. This is the work. So, highly recommended this week and the following weeks, as I said before, to set the intention of endless manifestation. Don't focus on the little thing that you're trying to manifest. It's like almost like the reality will hang it in front of you like a cheese, right? Like, oh, you want that? You want that? No, I don't want that. I want the hand to hold that and everything that comes with it. Not just that. This is what we're talking about. So, check your spiritual work. Check what do you do every day on a regular basis that is consistent, didn't change for years. Years I'm doing it, every single moment. Right? Let's say, for example, for myself, I always tell you, Monday, 8:30, I'm here. Me and the camera, me and people, I don't care who comes, I don't care who this, as long as me and Adam are here, we're continuing. Right? Why? Because it's a meeting with God. It's not a meeting with you. This is what I do. And I opened my books. I have days and hours and nights that I study. It's all the same. I'm there. And by the way, what I recommend to all of you, it doesn't matter the amount. It matters the stability, the consistency of that. So even if you just do meditate for 5 minutes a day, but no matter what's happening in the world, you're not wavering for no reason. Like I always tell people who start the level 1 of Kabbalah, I said you can have a meeting with me. And of course with the Creator, who is coming to teach you every day, that day, at 7 p.m. That's going to be the time. Please clear your schedule. What do you think happening? Of course, you've been lured to other things. I'll listen to the recording. No, be consistent. Even if it's just 10 weeks. Even if it's just like I said, 1 week I'm going to do. Don't waver. This creates stability. That creates a foundation that you can load on more and more. It's like this game Tetris, right? It's like boom, the box or the thing or the shape, boom, fall in the right place, right? This happening when you have stability. You understand? Bless you. So again, this is what I would love for you to awaken here. Small, incremental spiritual work or spiritual tools that you use, but be consistent. It is a study, you study a book every day, or you read, or you scan, or you meditate, whatever it is. And you need to ask for something from this tool. Again, I'm saying consistent spiritual tool, but I want you to ask from this tool to give you one thing. Please, with the help of the tool or the meditation that I'm using, I would love the vessel to influence. This is what you're asking for. I want, through this work, through this journey, through this conversation, through this class, I want the strength, I want the vessel, the power to influence. That's it. That's what you want to. Nothing else, my soulmate on this, manifesting a good lawyer for our company, manifest good PR, good HR, good... No. Don't be busy with that. This is not for the spiritual work. For the spiritual work, you want to transform your vessel. And this is what you're doing it. Another step in manifestation. It's the time that you manifest. It's the moment of manifestation. You need to be aware of that. If you, in the moment of manifestation, will be influenced by two things. One, obviously, let me put it this way. If you're going to be influenced by the manifestation, meaning I'm great, I'm amazed, I'm this, I'm that, two things will happen. One, you go back to the beginning. You go back to the start. Immediately. As soon as you take yourself to a new dimension because you manifest something, from your ego point of view, you go back to the beginning. Hey, go back. Sir, go back to the end of the line. How many of us like it? Nobody like it. But that's what's happening to you. If you manifest something, you have to look at that. I have people that manifest amazing things. And then like, wow, who they think they are in 2 minutes. They back to square zero. Nobody want to be with them. It's crazy. Be aware. Don't let any manifestation influence your energy. I'm better, now I'm a VIP, now I'm this, now I'm that, now I have a soulmate, I don't need anybody. Now, no. Please. And second thing that can happen is if you at risk of being influenced by the manifestation that comes tomorrow, what will happen is they will push it away from you. There will be a delay. It will be a delay, or the idea and or whatever you wanted to manifest will be manifest by somebody else. How many times you had idea for a company or for a solution and somebody else came up with that? And like, what? That was my idea. I don't know how it happened, right? So of course, the reason is you will be so influenced by that manifestation, so it created delay, and eventually it has to be revealed in this world, so somebody else will manifest it. So please understand, if something came to you, you meant to manifest that. But if you are going to be influenced by that, either you go back to the beginning, or it's been delayed and somebody else will do it. Then the goal is consisted in a secret of this week. This week you get the energy, you get the spiritual support to connect to the endless manifestation only when you get to the level of Aharon HaKohen, Aaron the priest, the brother of Moses. This is this week. If you want, this week, please, this is the connection. He is our connection to endless manifestation. By what? Aharon lo shina. He didn't change. They say, all the Kabbalists, again, of course, the Torah, right? We know that Aaron is what we call, and Aaron and Moses, they're coming from the tribe of the Levites. And the head of the Levites chosen to become the priest, the Kohen. But in last week and this week, there is a connection to the work of the Levites in the Mishkan, in the tabernacle, or in the holy temple. There was the job of the Levites. This week, last week, this week, we have the connection to become Levites. What is Levites? Let me explain to you so you understand the spiritual connection, and then how the Torah is not teaching us some historical thing, but giving us a solution to the problem that we're dealing with in our life. The Levi, their job was to go and collect all the money, to go and do the hard work, finding the animal, bringing all the sacrifice, dealing with all the structure, cleaning the temple, all the holy of the holiest. They were in charge of everything, doing a lot of work, tons of work, but never get to do the sacrifice. They do everything, and they bring it to the Kohen, to the priest. And the priest manifested. So think about it. The Levites, how is hard to do all the work and never get a credit? You never get the credit because you are not the one that doing it in front of all the country or the one in the TV, right? So sometimes, when you see a movie, so in the end, there's all these credits, right? So I'm always imagining the person who did all this work, or he was like the person in the sound, right? With the, how you call it? With the boom, right? He's looking in the end. Oh, you see, that's me, that's my name, Just thinking about like, where am I gonna get a credit? You see me in the movie? No, I'm with the boom above this person. That's where I am. I was right there, But you don't get the credit. You are the Levites. What is the Levites? The energy of the process. They're in charge of connecting all the worlds together, but never get there to grab the end of it. But because they were willing to do the work, and by the way, you should know that as well, very important point. Not just because you are a Levite tribe, you would get to do the work. You would get to be in the temple. You would get to do the collection or in charge of all of the covers and the tools of the Mishkan. No. Same thing for us. Not because you are in a process, now you're entitled for the result. Please be aware of this idea. Because most of us, I'm working so hard, Benjamin. Don't I really earn some breakthrough or some a break? Give me a break. Some kind of relief. Just because I'm in a process. Benjamin, I'm doing it for 6 years already. Don't you think it's time? Most of us, because we're doing the process, we think we're entitled for the results of that. For the manifestation of that. No. Sometimes, as I said before, sometimes you need to just be in that process. But what is the process? The process of building stability, spiritual stability. And you will be surprised that you careless about the manifestation. Because the actual goal is the process. And then you will connect to it and you will see, wow, this is stability that I never had before. 10 years ago, if somebody will say one word, will look at my way, I will freak out. Today, I look back in their eyes. I'm okay. Wow, what a beautiful, right? Sometimes you don't even know that you manifest so many things. Only later on, only 5 years later, you realize, wow, I didn't realize that I'm completely transformed. Most people doing 2-3 steps. Oh, let's see. Did I change? People coming? Where's the money? The money in the bank? No. Oh, okay, I'm tired. No. So now, Aaron, this is the key. Remind you again. The fact that you're in a process doesn't doesn't grant you with manifestation. If you do the process right, building stability, you only want to be in a process. Second is, how do I know that I will manifest endlessly? This week, next week, you want to ask the energy of Aharon HaKohen. His soul can come and help you. What did he do? This week, Moses giving him the instruction of Aaron will light the candelabra. Known to be the most important job. And they say, wait a second, if it's the most important job, give it to the most important person, which is Moses. Why Aaron, his brother? And he says, of course, Moses wasn't in that frame. And Aaron was the closest individual to the world of this world, the reality of this world. And therefore he had the biggest challenge. And he says, Aaron vayas ken, which means The instruction was to light the candelabra, which means to bring the light of the Creator to the whole tabernacle, the whole Mishkan, the whole structure. Right, really to activate the light. After they did all of that. The most important job. You know? Aharon lo shina. He didn't phase. He did not phase. Oh, wow, look at me. I'm more important than Moses. Finally, they recognize me. Finally, they understand how great I am. No. He didn't have any inclination of phasing him to the right or to the left or less or more. Straight. Boom. Doing the work. Not affected by that. This is where you can manifest endlessly. When it doesn't faze you, when it doesn't rattle you, when it doesn't like shaking you to the core. I'm shaking to the core. Why are you shaking to the core? Because your core needed to be shaken. Because you're not allowing anything to the core. Aaron have created spiritual stability unlike anyone before. And therefore, he was in that level. He did not get into euphoric place. If I'll give you, let's say if I tell you guys, you're going to be the one who, there's in the park, in the, Central Park, there is a big candelabra every Hanukkah. Huge! And everybody gathered there to light. There's always someone with a truck, they go with a train, and with a lift, whatever, to light it, It's like I'm just imagining that person, for sure is scared, but, on that crane, but imagine, can you light the candle and not getting involved and people look at you and cheering you doing it? In Central Park in front of everybody? Very hard. Very hard, Again, there's many examples like that most of us getting a little bit attention and we are in euphoria. We're in euphoria, right? So please, the goal is the process. And the process is creating stability, spiritual stability. What does it mean, spiritual stability? Changing my vessel from receiving to influencing. You need a new vessel, no longer the vessel of receiving. I want to receive in a vessel of influencing. I want to manifest in a vessel of influencing, not in a vessel of receiving. And that is through actions, spiritual actions, without the need for results. I don't come to class, where is my soulmate? I don't come to class or I don't study or meditate, where is the money? No. This is what creates immortality. This is immortal way. That's what I'm talking about. Endless manifestation can build us to handle immortality. That's what it's all about. Most of us, what about me? Look, I'm doing all of this. What about me? When is it going to come? When is it going to be my turn? When is it going to be? How does it work? Is it really working, Benjamin? You told me to do it. I'm doing process so much, but nothing, right? If you come to that conversation with yourself, it's because you had an agenda. Again, in this week, there's many things that he says to Aaron, stand el mul pnei menorah, stand in front of the candelabra. He tells him, stand in front of the candelabra. What does it mean? Every single day, you standing in front of the candelabra, which is off, your day is off, and you need to ignite a day. What does it mean? Today, I'm in a process of creating stability. But I did it yesterday. Isn't it enough? The morning connection I've done today, for 1 hour I even went, you know. I went and I did cold plunge as a connection. Tomorrow, wake up, do it again. Aaron is teaching us this week to see the power that exists in a process. It's not depleting you, it's strengthening you. You know, many people say, oh, again, the process. Oh, we're starting a new process, you know. Oh, now we need to change all the documentation because it's a new process. A lot of people cannot do it. And he says, Vayasken. And Aaron, yes, today it's empty, but I'm standing in front of the candelabra. I need to ignite it. How do I ignite it? Working on spiritual stability. I'm in the process. Now, another thing is, from the moment in the day that you recognize what needs to be done, or let's say today you're listening to this and you realize, oh, I know what needs to be done. How long is it going to take you until you start this process? Benjamin, I heard you. Makes sense. Now. Or you need 6 years, you need 6 months. How much? Also check. That's also when you're making it longer, you're extending the process. Okay? When you see something, you go into it, you shorten in the process. There's a way to do it. And that's why he says, and the candelabra was made miksha achat, one solid gold, right? To indicate, to be a solid individual, you can't light a light. You can't ignite the light if you're not solid, if you not have the right foundation, if you don't a stable individual. Last point, there was a dot in the parasha above the word rechoka, far away. I want you to know that's an indication that this week we have to bring closer what seems to be very far. Most of us think like, oh, Benjamin, it's going to be so long. No. You know, it's just like the negative side inside of our head tell us it's going to be forever. No. What is rechoka mean? Far away. It represents spiritual distance. Spiritual distance is very simple. You can close it in a second. In Kabbalah we call it shivui tzura or shinui tzura. Shivui tzura is equality of form, right? And shinui tzura is indifference of form. Right? I mean a different form than the light. You want to bring manifestation, you need to be closer to the real form of what that manifestation is all about. And consistently change, transform your form to be the form of the light, or whatever you want to manifest. That's as simple as that. So I wish you to be in a beautiful, endless process of building stability. Become a solid individual that not light one day, light a candle, the next day the candle is off, the following week, yes, maybe. That, if you can change that, you will see. And again, it's not about all day long doing this. The small, consistent can be built to become a solid individual, spiritual individual that can manifest endlessly. And the goal of that is to manifest immortality. Thank you for joining us. Have a wonderful rest of the week.